Hi everybody. Can y'all hear me okay? So the first thing I always do is a check to make sure that y'all can hear me. I'm so happy that you guys are on here with me tonight. It's not showing me that I have anybody, so I hope I'm in the right place. I think I am. Um, so I don't know why it's saying 0 or on when I have 16 thumbs up. That's just really weird. So anyway, I hope that y'all can hear me. I just really, just this moment, ran in the door. I have been with my mechanic, and oh, good, I'm so glad that y'all can see me. I've been with my mechanic, and we went for a test drive. And we just literally ran in the door, and I'm so sorry everybody, I've got to get a fan and blow on myself. Hang on. Hi baby. Bandit's here with me. I mean, literally, we pulled in to back to my campsite at it was, I think, 4:54, and I came running in as fast as I could. Robert says, what do you say, Robert? I was busy working and just arrived. Did that last night with a soccer game. Well, I was hoping, Robert, that you would have been on here letting everybody know why I was late. Anyway, so I'm glad that you guys are on here. I just here's some good news up front. He got the AC on the engine running, but it's now he's wanting to refer me to somebody else for something else, and I'll talk to Robert after the live stream is over because I don't understand, and it was just very frustrating. And then to do that within 5 minutes of my live stream, and I don't even know what they said, but Robert knows these guys, and I love them. They're very professional and trustworthy, and he'll be able to talk to them and figure out what the guy said. So I don't know, but I have AC finally. He had to replace every single part that was done before, and he was here from 7 this morning, and is just now packing his stuff up to leave. So anyway, I don't know. I just don't know, and so I don't even want to talk about that. I'm really just, ugh. So anyway, Susan says she wants to see Bandit. Oh, here, I can let y'all see that. Susan says that you guys want to see Bandit. Put him on camera, please. Give me a minute. I'll catch up, and I promise that I'll show him to you, because he's a little sweetheart, and he's been a trooper all day. And I had to hurry up and get plugged in and turn the AC on in here because it got up to 95 while we were doing the test drive. And so anyway, let's see what else we have. I think I missed my welcome, and of course, thank you to my mods that are on here. I see Lori, and I see Robert, and I don't know who else might be on here. Anne is asking if I have a little power fan that I can turn on. I can, but I'm afraid that I'll turn it on and see if it interferes with the noise. Let's see. And so I've got it on. Y'all let me know if it makes too much noise, interferes with the volume. And so Gina is saying, in response to hello YouTube 541, and thank you for emailing me this week. My fan won't open up all the way. I don't know why. It says blessed. I just love it. Anyway, Daryl and Kim, thank you for emailing me this week and for checking on my friends that are there in Oregon in addition to you guys. I appreciate that. And noise seems okay, and good deal. Don't Gina said, Pat in the Hat says noise seems okay. Gina says don't hear the fan at all. Joyce says she can't hear it. David says he can't hear it. So I am going to put my fan down, and I'm going to get a drink of water, and then we will start this. My mechanic's packing up and waving by. Hold on. So I had to get the RV ready to drive, and he also is doing some work on Robert's van. So I had to get Robert's van moved and ready for him to be able to drive it. And he's doing that now while we're talking. And I guess he'll be calling you Robert. So Bandit, come here, Bubby. Come here. Oh, did y'all hear that? I banged his head on the counter. I'm sorry, baby. Can you say hi to everybody? He was like, "What are we doing, Mom?" Susan says, "Thank you. We love Bandit." I know, and you should, because he's such a sweetheart. And so Gina says, "I hate rushing around," and yeah, me too. I don't do it well. But I got us plugged back in. We're parked. I'm gonna have to repark tomorrow because I'm not on my chalk box good. And Bandit says, "I don't know what all we just did, but it was pretty crazy wild, everybody." Oh, you know what? I forgot to upload the little scene from today. I'm gonna actually, here, baby, you go. I'm gonna do that while we're talking. And Ramblin' Rome is on here. Hello, my darling. And I'm gonna make an announcement later about Ramblin' Rome and I've been talking about something, but I haven't told anybody yet. So I'll be making that announcement. But I right now am going to. Oh nope, that won't work, will it? I can't do that. Shoot, I didn't get Bandit's little update loaded, and he's so darn cute. But just rushing around too much, I missed it, so I'm sorry. I was going to try to do it, but I think it made the screen go black. Let's see. Oh, Ancestral Twine is on here. Hello, good to see you, and thank you for your emails. I appreciate that. And I haven't had a chance to answer them yet, but I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I want to also, you guys check this out. This is from my friend Sean Ryan. Thank you, Sean. He made me an adjustable mask, and I don't have it on good there because it's completely adjustable. It's got and so now I have a wonderful mask that I've received from viewers and friends, and thank you. That means I have 3 now, and I'm so very grateful for that. I can change in and out. And let's see, I've got something else. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We're going to talk about 9/11, and we're going to talk about Oregon and our prayers with Oregon and California and everything else, but not yet, you guys. First, I want to say thank you. Let's get this out of the way. To everybody that took advantage of my Labor Day coupons on my Teespring store. A lot of you, I gave 20% away for part of the weekend and 15% for Monday, and I really appreciate everybody that went and took advantage of that. I will tell you that my the Haboobie merchandise will be going away at the end of this month. So this isn't a formal announcement, but if you want any Haboobie merchandise, I'll be giving y'all and putting it on social media and everything, so that you all will know, and as a reminder. But it will be going away at the end of this month. Oh, he's not leaving. He's driving Robert's van. I'm waving goodbye to him as if he was leaving. So, and yes, Michael says my mechanic. He says working for both you and Robert. Yo, this is better than playing the slots. Well, here's something funny. Robert is the one that found these people, and I just love them, and they're so professional. And so I said, I told Robert today when I let him know that the mechanic was here, I said, I sure hope you get to meet him. And he's like, Deborah, sweetheart, we have 3 old vehicles. I'm quite certain I'm going to be meeting him. So I told Tom that. I said, and he just laughed. And Marcy Casey says, "What does your shirt mean?" It's South Padre Island, Texas, because I went on my 2020 epic road trip. That was one of the stops that I made. I went down to the tip of Texas and back up and around and out to Alabama and Florida, and was going to go to New York. And I had this whole 2020 epic road trip planned. And like everybody, 2020's just gone. And but this is one of my favorite shirts that I got on that trip, and I needed a pick me up, so I put on my South Padre Island t-shirt. Oh, look, everybody, this is my friend Sean that made me the mask that I just showed you guys. Sean, I just showed it to everybody. And he is in Canada, and he says he's got snow, and I bet you do, Sean. And yes, Mary says she finally found the live stream. Thank you, Mary. It's so good to see all of my patrons and friends and Coco fam and all my wonderful viewers on here. Thank you guys. Beverly and Steve are sending hugs. Thank you. Oh, Jacqueline made it too. Jacqueline says, wish we could send rain to the Western U.S. Florida has enough for several states. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could make Mother Nature be equitable, wouldn't it? But Ancestral Twine says that she was in Pearland when I was in Lake Jackson with my cousins. And in a lot of the parts of the country that'd be Pearland or something like that, but in Texas it's Pearland. And I'm sorry, I just need to connect with you guys, so I'm not even continuing with my program. I'm just reading comments and talking to you guys. And Vesta Moon says she wouldn't mind a little snow. And Daryl and Kim say I'll take snow over smoke any day. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, Daryl. And I know it's just been awful. So let me get some things out of the way. First of all, my writing update. I have to share this picture with you guys. This is my bestie Pearl, and I sent her my book, and she knows that I've been asking everybody for pictures, and so Pearl sent me this beautiful photo of her holding my book, and that just made my day. And my friend Lynn had called me to tell me that she loves the book, and y'all have just really made my week. And Blanche Taylor, she had bought my pigeon story. Or no, I'm sorry, The Journey Begins, and it sent me that picture, and now she has all 3 of mine plus Robert's book. So way to go, Blanche. Thank you. And David Lee Price says that he has finished reading A Pigeon Story, and he wants to know when my new book will be out on Kindle. He says with limited space, it's the only way for him to buy and keep books. And I completely understand that, David, and thank you for asking. And he's talking about my new book that will be out, and it's How Being a Nomad Saved My Life. Angelique and I are working really hard on that. And it will be out in Kindle and paperback by Cyber Monday, which I believe is November 27th this year, maybe 30th. I think maybe 30th. And so that's when it will be out, and Kindle and paperback. While we're at it, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that is sending me pictures. If you have one of my books, please send me a picture, and better yet, I always ask for pictures, and thank you all. I want them, keep them coming. But if you post them on your social media, be sure that you send me an email showing me that. I said last week that I would do a contest for a book or a t-shirt, and people sent me pictures but not proof of social media. So here's what I'm going to do. While supplies last, anybody, and we're not going to do a contest, everybody that posts on social media about any one of my books gets a TBI Vangirl sticker. Okay, not a Deborah Does RV Life sticker, but a TBI Vangirl sticker, and while supplies last. So if you post on social media and send an email to me at deborahdoesrvlife@gmail.com and give me your mailing address. As long as it's stateside, I can't afford to pay $10 to ship you a sticker overseas. I'm sorry, but stateside, I will. You'll get a sticker. So thank you. Let's see what I've missed. Hey, are you leaving? Yep. Come in. I want y'all to meet my mechanic. Hold on. He thought he was going to sneak away. Come on in, Tom. Here he comes. He's getting his mask on. He's so good about that. I'll put mine on. Can you get it? Come on in. Hey. Okay, Tom, you have to say hi to my viewers. I have 85 on here tonight.
Hi, everybody.
And he really worked really hard to get me back by 5 o'clock, you guys. So
I'm going to stand over here. I was wondering if I could just get her number. Because Heather said she doesn't know if she has it or not. And then I can call her from that.
All right, let me text this to you. How do I do this? Hang on. Hang on, guys. Sorry, talks amongst yourselves. Let's see. Copy. Do you text?
I do.
Or I think I just have Heather's.
Yeah, mine's
same thing.
No.
So I send it to Heather. Will that work?
Yeah, I'll just 0373.
I told you guys, I ran in the door and got online with you. Now y'all know I'm not lying.
Her name again? Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay, you got to say bye.
Bye, everybody.
Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. There you go, everybody. That was Tom, and he has been here since 7 a.m. this morning. I just, and he just never, ever loses his cool. He is always so mannerly, so nice, and even keel. I love him for that. And let's see. Yes, Steve says, "Go Tom, such a hero for Deborah." Yes, he is. And I just, and Brenda Whitlock, everybody's just saying, "Go Tom, go Tom, go, go, go." I just love that. And I must have missed something. Pat in the Hat is saying LOL Fred, so I must have missed that. Sorry about that. And now I got to take another drink, and I completely forgot where I was. You know how it is. They say that comes with age, and for me not to worry about it. But you guys, it's not just age for me. Yes, I'm aging. I got gray hair to prove it, but I'm only 62. With my brain injury, an interruption, and it's like it's major, big time squirrel. But I'm settling down now. It's only taken me 20 minutes to kind of settle down, and he's just such a nice guy, and I really appreciate him. So I'm not going to show you the totals, but look at all this work. He's done all that work since 7 a.m. this morning, and he thinks I need some more to do, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. I want to be on the road October 1, but I'm not going to do it unless I'm safe and everything is fixed. And of course, I'm not heading out without funds in case something does happen. But anyway, that's where we're at on that. So I'm just so sorry that I guess I shouldn't have scheduled it for Friday, but I had no idea that it would butt right up to my live stream. But it's kind of fun, right? You got to meet my mechanic. And anyway, Robert says you have a lot less gray hair than I do. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very kind of you. I just realized I'm still wearing my sunglasses. And my everybody is always like, your COVID braid's getting so long. I know, right? It really is. Let me see. Where was I? Does anybody remember where I was? I know David Lee Price had asked me about when my next book was coming out, and I said the Cyber Monday, which I think is November 30th. And so I think we're caught up on that. I think I was done with that. let's see, let me see. Oh, Lori, you're so good. She says, I was talking about sharing my books on social media. Yes, everybody, please do that. Anybody that shows me that you talked about my books or shared my book or posted a picture on social media, you email me and I'll send you, as long as supplies last in your stateside, I'll send you a TBI Van Girl sticker. And Brenda says it's all good in the hood when it's all good under the hood, and that is right. That's what we're working on. So our next segment is Where is Robert? And I haven't even had a chance to see this yet, you guys. I am going to be I am going to be watching it for the first time with you. Before we get into that, I want to say thank you to Nancy and Rada, because they took advantage of the Labor Day coupon code that I gave everybody last Friday to, and Robert gave everybody a discount for my viewers if you use Debra. And they signed up for his course at the Nomad Lifestyle 101 course. And I just really appreciate it when my viewers are able to take advantage of a discount that I can pass on to you guys. But for today, let's do the Where is Robert? And like I said, I haven't even had a chance to see it yet, but I know and appreciate Robert doing a special tribute for 9/11. Today is a very sacred day. I think I'll use that word, as a very sacred day here in the United States. And there's some other things about it that I'm going to share later that make today special. But I want to thank Robert for making this special 9/11 tribute and giving a shout out to all of our first responders. And we will come back and talk about that in just a moment. Right now, enjoy this, you guys.
All right, well, I hope y'all are enjoying this weekly episode of Friday Night Live. I know I always enjoy these. As far as where am I am in Gillette, Wyoming right now, hanging out, spending some time with granddaughters and with kids here. I shared last week that I got chased out of the Bighorns by a smoke from a wildfire, and in abundance of caution, I left early to make sure that it was safe. I think that's really important to be willing to self-evacuate and to do so earlier rather than later, because if you wait and it does end up being a bad situation, we've seen this multiple times now over in California, Oregon, and in Washington recently, and I don't have enough facts to be saying whether those people should have evacuated earlier. If they just didn't know, I'm not going there. But it does illustrate the fact that if you wait too long, whether you know or don't know, you can end up in a bad situation where you're stuck and you can be seriously injured or worse. And even if you are rescued, you're asking at that point first responders to put their lives on the line, literally, to come try and get you out. So that's why I bailed out early, and I think that's just really important, whether it's wildfires, floods, whatever it is, that if we're out in the backcountry, we self-evacuate early so that we don't end up in a bad situation. So I got out of there. I had planned on going back this week. Spent a whole Labor Day weekend with kids and grandkids. That was a great time. Helped my son with a remodeling project at their house for several days. Went out scouting for elk hunting grounds with my daughter and two granddaughters on Sunday. That was a lot of fun. So Monday, it rained all day. It was cold. On the phone with Debra Monday evening when it turned over to snow. And we ended up with a ground covering by Tuesday morning. It wasn't too bad. It melted off fairly quickly. East of here, I have a friend east of here that sent photos. They got a lot more there. Up in the mountains where I plan to go back to this week, they got over a foot of snow. So that's kind of off the option list for right now. I will be heading out of here fairly soon, so more news about that will be coming the next week or two, depending on exactly when I hit the road again. Meanwhile, this Friday Night Live's on Friday, September 11th. It's been 19 years since the 9/11 attacks that hit several areas in this country, in the U.S. I was back in the day in 2001 in EMT. So following the attacks that hit New York City, I was in upstate New York, and so I was with a crew that went down there, including my late wife Terry, my brother Cliff, and several others, and we were down there. We were supposed to be doing, they told us they weren't sure what we were doing exactly, but we would not be doing 911 calls in the city, and we would not be at ground zero. Well, as it turned out, there was so much chaos. It was just insane. It was literally, I can only describe that experience as like being like what I've seen on TV news of war zones. That's the only way I can describe it, and it's memories that will stay with me for the rest of my life, between the things I saw and the smells and just some of the other experiences, both good and bad. That'll be with me the rest of my life. So we were there for that. Well, anyway, we did end up doing 911 calls in the city, transporting on one occasion a injured firefighter or soldier. I think it was a soldier actually who'd been working with the fire crews, and we also ended up at ground zero. We were staged outside of the financial building, right at literally in the epicenter of that mess. So those are things that will always stay with me. And I just want to give a huge shout out this week as it's 9/11 and remembering those brave men and women who put everything on the line, and many of them lost their lives either immediately or due to the fallout from the exposure. I know people who died from pulmonary issues years following that was originated at that event. So I just want to give a shout out to our first responders right now, who so many are in harm's way and putting themselves at risk trying to battle wildfires. Literally an unprecedented year. It's been 2020 has been an unprecedented year. Unprecedented virus stuff, unprecedented wildfires, but there's a lot of men and women putting their lives on the line and their health on the line, trying to help other people with these fires. So I just want to remember them today and give them a huge shout out for what they do. So that's my story for this week, everybody, and I will catch you next week in Friday Night Live again.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that so much, and I'm glad that you shared that you and Terry served at Ground Zero, and really appreciate that you gave the shout out to all of our first responders, not just those on 9/11, especially since we have so many right now that are battling so much across this country. And that video, that segment that Robert just shared, since so many people don't get to join me on Friday Night Live, it's actually going to be up in about an hour on my channel as a standalone if you want to go see it again. So thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. And we're going to talk more about some things that are going on and some things that I want to share here in a moment. And like I said, I got to see it with you guys for the first time. And let's see. I'm just reading what all y'all are talking about. Oh, this is a good idea. I need a Where's Robert t-shirt. I might put that on my Teespring store. I've got some major announcements and changes coming up on that. So that might just be a good idea right there. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about my RV life. As if y'all didn't get enough of it in the first few minutes on here. But my RV life. Let's see, what have I got first? Oh, this is Tom working today, you guys. So this picture I'm trying to remember. Let me look and see when I took this picture. My whole engine, we test drove this and got back at 4 o'clock, and that is what it looked like at 3 o'clock, y'all. So it's a miracle that he got all of that put back together, and that he got me back here by 5 o'clock, and I'm blown away. And then what I've been working on is everything I'm doing right now is to get ready to go on the road. And Lord, I hope I can. I'm getting on that so I can't. And I've got to go to Texas and get my stuff and deal with some family things. And so I'm like, I gotta go. But I don't know what all he said there at the end, because I was hurrying to get here, and it would have been over my head anyway, and Robert's going to have to talk to him. But what I've been working on, like I said, is the interior of the RV and getting the campsite ready. And I want to show y'all what I did today. Okay, so this is what the shed looked like when I started off today. And then this is what it looked like by the end of the afternoon. and then I came in and I showered and everything to get ready for the live chat. But that's what I worked on all day. And like I said, that everything I'm doing is to get ready for to be on the road. And part of getting all of that organized in the inside of the RV and everything, I'll finish up my Tuesday video of downsizing, decluttering, and organizing, and all my tips on how I do that and how I do it so quickly will be on that video. And this time I finally got to finish shooting it, so it'll be part 2 of part 1 that I've already done. And Robert says, nice job on the shed. Thank you, Robert. And I learned from you on hanging hooks and stuff. So that was fun. I got to share this. Lori says that picture of Tom on the ground with my engine looks like an engine explosion. And that's exactly what it looks like. And Robert says I would have cried looking at piles of parts like that. I don't know how Tom didn't cry, but I can't tell you that I didn't. It's been a little bit of a stressful day, but we're getting there. And everything I'm doing is to be able to get on the road. And I've got to be able to do that. So that's my RV life. And the Bandit update, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't share get his. Oh, let me get the RV life on there. I didn't get his video up. And if I try to load it, I don't know, Robert, if I try to load his video, does it go black here? Can I go grab it? Because I know right where it is, and I could just put it on here. So I'll come back. If Robert says that I can do that while I'm live, I'll go do that, and so that y'all can see it. Anyway, I'm looking to see if Robert's texting me, or if he'll just tell me in the comments, because I really want y'all to see this little 35-second clip of Bandit, but I don't know whether I can do it while I'm live or not. So anyway, Bandit's now he's playing with his new toy, which is what I wanted you to see. And Carol Stockman is asking me, do I think as I get older, having I'll tell y'all what Robert says about me trying it live here in a moment. But Carol Stockman says, do you think as you get older, having a bed on the main floor may be needed? It could be, life boils down to seconds and inches. I'm learning that you just never know what to expect. So yes, something could change any moment. But right now, it is so easy. It's not a problem at all like I thought it might be. And it's fun. I feel like a little kid again, getting up in my bunk, and then the bed's comfortable, and I have all the windows up there. And so anyway, I am enjoying it. I hope I don't ever have to do the main floor, but who knows? And who knows what will be my next rig might be. This is already my 4th rig. So by the 5th rig, who knows what I might do. But anyway, Ann says, don't worry about loading Bandit right now. Just upload it later, and we'll have something fun to watch later. I'll do that. Robert says, y'all can't see it, but he texted me, and he says, I would not try it while live even if it were me. So that right there tells me I ain't trying it, you guys. Tony on the road says that she has to heave herself up on her bed. So, and but I bought a 5-step ladder, and it's just really, really, really easy. So I'm really sad I don't get to share that clip with y'all about Bandit. I made it special for you guys. Okay, so viewer questions. Cardi says she just returned from her maiden voyage in her van. First of all, Cardi's, congratulations. And this was an email that she sent me. And she is asking, where does a newbie find a caravan or someone to travel with? Well, funny that you should ask, Cardi's. Let me get my notes here to make sure that I get this right. So one of the things that I am going to be doing, and any plans that we make nowadays, right? Any plans, of course, anytime you make a plan, I always joke, and y'all have seen it happen in my life. It happened to my 2020 epic road trip turned epic road trip to interrupt us. But sometimes anytime you make a plan, God goes, isn't that cute? They made a plan. And, because we're not large and in charge and in control, right? And so you have to just go with the flow. And I will tell you that I have a couple of plans for my Texas trip. One is to be staying at Cedar Hill State Park at the same time that coincides with the Lollapalooza. How many of you are on here? Let's see. Frugal RV Gal is on here, and I know that she knows about the Lollapalooza. But you can go to Lost on Land Again is the channel. You can go to Lost on Land Again, and the Lollapalooza is going to be held there the 22nd through the 25th. Now that is given any pandemic restrictions. They could close the parks back down, and I can guarantee you that Lola's going to be passing out pool noodles to everybody, and I think this is just a lovely idea. And so you keep your distance of the pool noodles, and so. This is an answer to Cardi's questions about how do you find people to travel with or to caravan with. In 2020, it is a challenge. People are having trouble finding campsites, let alone groups or anything. So in 2020, everything has changed. But Cardi's, my honest answer to you on that, let me put that back up there so people can see it. My honest answer to you on that is attend meetups. And make sure that it's meetups that are being controlled and that are following all guidelines for wherever it's being held, and that are respectful of other people, and if it's necessary that they have a permit. And of course, at the state park where Lola is holding hers, she doesn't need a permit. And so now I'm going to do it. Did I put my drum roll on here? Dang it, I didn't even put, yes I did. Okay, here's a drum roll. God, that's a long drum roll. I'm going to have to get a shorter drum roll. First let me back up and just say there are 111 of you on here, and 59 have given thumbs up. If you could please take a moment and look below the video and give a thumbs up, I would appreciate it, and then come right back to us. But there's organized caravans and everything, but I don't even think those are in place right now. So the drum roll was for, I am going to, again, pandemic parameters take priority. That's a lot of P's. Pandemic priority parameters. Anyway, I am going to hold my meetup in Quartzsite. It will be my 4th annual meetup, and it is December 6th through 10. Do not call them and make reservations. They don't take reservations. They're not even manning the office at this time. And if the guidelines come out and say no groups more than 5, 10, whatever, I will not hold it. And I'm going to be wearing a mask, and I'm going to request social distancing. I want, if I see that is not happening and that people are not being respectful of each other, because even though you may not want to, you have to respect others that might be there. And so I'm planning on it at this time. That doesn't mean that it will happen if things change with the pandemic, but I'm planning on it at this time. So I haven't even updated my website. I just came to that conclusion this week, and I'll tell you why I'm doing it. It's because this is in the open air. I'm not doing any organized classes. There's not going to be any formal gatherings this year like I always do. I usually hold organized classes. I hold a vendor walk. I hold restaurant. We go to a different restaurant every day, and they give us a discount, and they have special seating for us. We're not doing any of that this year. We are, Rice Ranch is huge. There is no reason for anybody to park near each other. You can do dry docking, you can do full hookups, but we will be outside and we can maintain social distancing. I will provide fire bowls for a campfire, but even then I am going to ask that people respect each other on the social distancing, and I will be wearing a mask. Y'all saw me put my mask on with my mechanic. And so, and he came in wearing one. I love that he had his logo on his. So it's not going to be organized crowds. We're not doing that. It is just going to be very informal for people to be able to get together and say hi from a distance. And I think, and again, that is if the pandemic allows it and the parameters are in place to where we can. And I think I want people to understand that people need each other right now. And this community has not had a chance to have it. We're not, even me, I'm not doing this like I normally do. I would imagine Quartzsite is going to be totally different. And it's only 3 nights. It's come and go. You can come in and drive through and wave at everybody from your car if you want to. I don't know. There may not be anybody around the campfire, but it is a place to where if you want to, maybe you can at least still connect. But it will be it'll be within the guidelines, whatever they are at the time. And everybody here is Lost on Land again. And again, her meetup, the Lollapalooza, is at Cedar Hill State Park, 22nd through 25th. And you can go to her channel and watch her video on that. And when I know what I'm going to be doing, I know it's going to be December 6th through 10th, and that I'll have campfires. But other than that, it's just hanging out, you guys, and respecting each other. So that's what we have to do. And Ancestral Twine, thank you. She says, agreed on policy. Respect is cool. Yeah, so just keep in mind that just because something might not be important to you, you have to respect others that are there that it might be. They might have already have a difficulty with something going on. I've got a friend that's got lung disease right now, and the last thing they would need is for somebody to be disrespecting them. So that's it. That's all I'll say about that. And that is the best way if you want to meet people. Meetups in 2021 is going to be your best chance because there's not going to be organized classes and everything at mine anyway for you to get to meet people like normal. But I know that was a long-winded way to answer Cardiz's question, but I get tons of emails, people. I get tons of emails. I get tons of private messages and everything where people are really hungry for some sort of connection in a safe environment. And that's what I plan on providing. So, I love this. Robert says, come camp with Deborah in Quartzsite this December, pandemic pending. And that will be at the Rice Ranch RV Park, but please do not contact them or he just doesn't want to deal with, he's not even manning the office. You pay, just show up, park where you want to, give people space, and pay after you get there. Can't be any easier than that. And it used to be like $5 for dry docking, no hookups, and then there's partial hookups, electricity only, and I think it was $30 for full hookups. So there you go. And so there'll be more on my website about that. Let's see. Let's talk about the weekly spotlight. Okay, you guys, so this time it's plural. Do y'all see that? Weekly spotlights. And oh wait, I got to back up because Robert just put up something really good for Rice Ranch. Rice Ranch RV Park at the intersection of Kewen and Central in Quartzsite, December 6th through 10th. But again, please do not call them for reservations. Oh, that's true. Dry dock, he knows my meetup better than me. Dry dock camping still includes access to flush toilets and a dumpster. So there you go. You have that. And Lori is putting up will be, when I get the information, when it's, not just in my head, and Robert and Lori and my mods helping me out, it will be on my website. So you guys keep checking back there. So weekly spotlights. As I told you, everything I'm doing is to get back on the road again. And oh God, I don't know what this means with what he said right there at the last minute before I came inside about what else my RV needs, but I'm not going to be on the road unless it's safe. And so, but everything I'm doing is to get on the road again. And like I told you, the Tuesday I finish up my video on how to downsize, organize, and declutter. It'll be part 2, and I think it will help everybody. And then, like Robert said in his Where's Robert segment, today is 9/11, and Utah wins, and then there's the fires in California, Oregon, and Washington. Mililani, another viewer friend of mine, is saying that they're having fires in Hawaii, where she lives, and so there is just a lot of stuff going on in our country, and I want to share something very special with you guys. But first, I have to come back here. Sean says that he's missing me and Robert, and he's making pizza. And that's just mean. It's not mean. I'm just kidding. It's not mean. But Sean makes the best pizza in his box truck that you can imagine. And oh yes, and Gina says, and the Mexican food stand, her favorite at my meetups. But we're not doing anything organized this year because of the pandemic. And I don't even know if vendors like that will be there. So. But today is 9/11, and there is a lot going on in our country, and I appreciate Robert's tribute. But because of some personal things, I want to share something. So this is Freebird, and this was, now I forget what day of the week this was. This was this week when the smokes from California came through. That is 12 noon, you guys. That little yellow dot up there is the sun. And it put me in bed, and I'm 100 miles away from the fire on that day. I think it might have shifted, and I'm even more now, and it is gone. It only lasted for a day and a half here, or 2 days, 2.5 days. The first half day, it was just like, whoa, I can smell smoke. The first full day, it was like, wow, that the sky's looking really funky, and that smoke. And I talked with Gina and some other people, and it's they asked, is it getting to you? And I said no. And then day 2, I couldn't even walk. Nosebleeds, head pressure. I couldn't get out of bed, and that was Tuesday. And my sweetheart Robert put my video up for me, and I had to cut that video. That's why it's part 1 and part 2. I didn't even get to finish it. I wouldn't even have been able to get it up for you if it hadn't have been for that. And I'm sharing that because, look again, I am 100 miles away from the nearest fire. And so I can't even imagine. And I just want to say that heartfelt prayers and love are going out to everyone that is dealing with all of the tragedies that we have going on in our country. And this is a picture of my friends, Teresa and Jack. Jack posted this on Facebook, so it's a public photo, but somebody put up a sign, died of COVID-19, 9/8, which is kind of, they were being very humorous. But that is a willow tree, and look at the grass mound. It just pulled the grass up with it like it's a rug, and it fell on their camper van and on their car. And Jack has health issues and just had surgery, and he has to have equipment running, and their power went out, and they had to get a generator in, and that was in Utah. And so it's just like it sometimes to me these days it just seems like the whole world is on fire. And I just want us to keep everything in perspective. I could really, really, really get down about my RV and not getting 2 thumbs up from Tom today to hit the road. I just knew when he finished today that it would be, you're good to go, have fun on your trip, and we'll see you down the road. And God dang it, that hadn't happened yet. And in all things, all is well, no matter what. And we always just have to keep on keeping on. And when I say that what I'm dealing with is nothing compared to what a lot of people in our country and around the world are dealing with, I'm not discounting what I'm going through. I'm not discounting what you might be going through. I'm just saying that's when you have to dig even deeper. I know I do. I'm having to dig even deeper for my tools and for the things that keep me going through these moments, and writing my gratitude list every day, and doing my prayer and meditation, and the tools that work for me. You find your own, but it is a time when I'm finding that we just have to dig deeper and dig harder and just keep on keeping on no matter what. And so I just had to share that. And so with that in mind, keep looking for something positive. Today is 9/11, and I'm going to share something positive with you. But let me just look and see what I've missed here. Um, uh, and ancestral twine has a good point. Remember that sometimes you're held back so that you're in the right place for what's better coming your way, and that's true. That's true. But sometimes you also have to just grieve what is happening in the moment. And yes, Cheryl, you will be missed. I saw Frugal tell you that you will be missed, and you certainly will. And thank you for the care that you are giving. And Michael's talking about Tom, and he says he might have found a sugar mama and not anxious to move along. Actually, he's referring me to somebody else for a specialty item that he can't do, and so it's not. My mechanic is not milking me or fleecing me. He's a great guy, and he even had me look underneath to show me what he was talking about and everything. It just went over my head. And but Robert will know, and I'll leave it to Robert and trust him. So let's talk about something fun. How long have we been on here? Am I going over? So this is something that I just really have been anxious to tell you guys about. And thank you all. I've got 94 thumbs up. 121 of you are on here with me on this Friday night. And I just really appreciate it. You get me every Friday, no matter what state I'm in. I barely got makeup on. And I know y'all don't care, but I do. It's like this is like this is a family night. It's not date night because Robert and I have our virtual date nights, but it's my special time. You don't go out to dinner with your girlfriends, and well, you can, but I don't. I just everybody will kind of blast me maybe for putting makeup on and feeling like I need to dress up, and it's not that. I just it's a special little time. It's something I really look forward to, and I can run around in my pajamas all week if I want to, and no makeup if I want to. But on Friday night, I get to meet with you guys, and it's a very special outing. And so I was really happy that I got to get fixed up. No, not really. I'm in a t-shirt, and I didn't even get to do my hair, but I did get to slap on some blush and lipstick. And it, uh, so it, what I want to share with you guys. Okay, are you ready? Today is 9/11, and a bunch of my friends, Robert's too, but a bunch of our friends are in LA for the premiere of the movie Nomad Land. It is going to be, if theaters are open, and if they're not, they'll figure out a way to do it. I know they will. But it is going to be released in theaters December 4th. The trailer is already out and it's all over social media. But Robert and I got to be extras on this movie set, and I'm dying to see. I didn't. Of course, we weren't invited to the premiere. We're not in it to that extent, but a bunch of our friends are, and so I'm dying to hear from them to see if we show up in the background as extras in any of the movie. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But they're having it on 9/11. That's where they are. They're where's my fingers? I can't do this. They're over there in LA and at the premiere tonight. And so there are good things happening. And I don't know how they're going to do the release if theaters aren't open. December 4th, the premiere is being held, I believe, at a drive-in. And so Frances McDermott is the lead actress, and she's a 3-time Academy Award-winning actress. And David Strathairn is the co-actor in it, and I just love him. I've loved him ever since he was in the movie Sneakers with Robert Redford and Sidney Poitier, and I just love it. And y'all have seen my video where I've gone to Taos, New Mexico, and visited my friend Linda May. She gets to co-star right along Frances McDermott. And Chloe Zhao, the director, she's famous for making movies and using non-actors in their real-life roles. And this is based on the best-selling book. It's an international best-selling book by Jessica Bruder by the same name, Nomadland. And so I'm just really anxious to see it. We get to do a virtual screening. Everybody that didn't get to go to the real premiere, they're letting us all see a virtual screening. And we have a group photo with all of these wonderful actors and actresses and the extras that were on the set and everything. But they've asked us not to release it yet. I know some people have, but I'm a by the book rules kind of girl. And if they tell us not to release something, then I'm not going to. But this is the official media release photo. And there is a trailer out, but I didn't feel right showing you the trailer because it's by the motion picture that's putting it, company that is putting it out. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you, though, is so we were there on site when Robert had his birthday. And if he was here, I would be making him blush. But his birthday is January 7th. And this was filmed in last year. And so we were there on set. And we were all getting together for the group photo. And I got to know the producer and a couple of people pretty well. And so I'd asked them if everybody could sing Happy Birthday to Robert. So Robert he was sung Happy Birthday, but I didn't know what we were gathering for. But Frances McDermott, David Strathairn, Bob Wells is in this, Sue Ann is too, Linda May, all these people, and it's already being nominated for awards, you guys. So it's a major motion picture. But anyway, they all sang Happy Birthday to Robert. How cool is that? So I wanted to end with something very positive tonight and something fun, and I'll let you know as soon as I know whether or not we are in the movie in the background somewhere. If we are, it'll just be us walking or talking or chewing gum or something. It's not going to be a big cameo appearance, but anyway, that was really fun. And so let me see if I can catch up on videos. And so just remember, that's kind of, I guess, what I want to say. 9/11 is a dark day. There is so much going on in the world and in our country right now, but there is always, always, always something to be grateful for and keep on keeping on no matter what. That's how I wanted to close. And Gina says that theaters are open in Las Vegas, everything is open right now, but in Dallas, they are not. So I hope that we get this under control, and that by December 4th, its release date, that everybody will be able to see this. Oh, good. And Rita says that she's been waiting on it to come out. And my niece is on here, Elizabeth, and she says Friday night PJ night. That's it for everybody. But I guess I could join y'all in my PJs, but it'd be funny. Maybe I should get some of those funny onesies. That'd be hilarious. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't have storage to have extra stuff like that. I do have some cool pajamas that my friend Gina gave me, but I'm not going to wear them. I don't know. We might do a pajama night. Do y'all want to do a pajama night? Of course, y'all can be in your pajamas and nobody's going to see you. If I'm in my pajamas, I'm on the World Wide Web. Let's see. Oh, Ms. Carr 2008 says, you show so much respect for everyone. Well, thank you. Always looks so good to make your videos. Thank you. Oh, I got to tell you something, though. Keep up with your wonderful attitude and have a good week. Thank you, Ms. Carr 2008. I got to tell you, though, my video that's coming out on Tuesday, I couldn't. It's a lot of moving parts to show you everything that I wanted to show you. And I worked all day. I finished the shed today, but I worked all day, and I did all of my downsizing and decluttering and organizing, and it was hot. It wasn't as hot here as it has been. It's going back up into triple digits tomorrow, but we've had a 2-3 day reprieve. Anyway, and I finished filming, and I was so proud, and I came in to start fixing something for dinner, and I realized I looked like crap. I didn't have a stitch of makeup on. My hair was every which way. I'd been wearing a hat for part of it, sunglasses for part of it. So Tuesday's video, it's just, I got it. It's going to be up. It's going to be out. It's going to be up there, and I'm proud to have gotten it accomplished, because this week has been a booger bear, and I didn't think I was going to get anything done. And so it's just everybody's support and love, and the reason I'm able to keep on keeping on. So I don't always look good for my videos, and y'all are about to see a prime example of that. Oh, Noreen says, was that the thing you did about a year ago that was a secret? Yes, Noreen. See, that's the thing. We couldn't tell people that we were going for a week to be on a movie set, because we had to sign a contract and everything, so all these people that are in my life, I mean, I of course I told like close family and everything, but you couldn't tell people, and so we couldn't. They just now are letting us know what we can say and what we can't say. So again, there's been some people that have been breaking the rules, but I'm not going to, and plus I don't want them to make me give the money back. That's not it. I'm an abide by the rules person, and if somebody tells me to do something, and especially when they've been so gracious to allow me to have such a wonderful experience. I got to stand and talk with David Strathern, and he's one of my favorite actors, and he even went with us one night to my friends Jim and Shannon. They cooked, and he came over and ate with us. We were sitting around a campfire with him. I mean, you don't get to do stuff like that and then smack them in the face and not do what they've asked you to do. And so they've asked us to not talk about it until now. And so anyway, this is my first chance. The premiere is happening today, and y'all are the first ones to hear it. But yes, that was the big secret. And Frugal says still fun that y'all were there. It was, and of course Robert, being the camera guy buff that he is, he like wanted to follow the crew around. Of course, you couldn't. They pretty much told you where to be and what to do and everything. And anytime you were outside of your van, you had to act like you were being filmed, because you never knew what was happening in the background. So he didn't get to follow the camera crew around like he wanted to. But it was awesomeness. And let's see what else. I'm seeing if I'm. Pat Nat says every Friday Night Live is pajama night for her, and Gina says she's always in jammies. And Marcy, that's so sweet. She says it's nice to see me smile. It lights up everything. Thank you. I like smiling. Sean says he doesn't have any makeup on either. Oh, and Lori Smith says she's never heard of Booger Bear. I grew up with that. I don't know if it's a Texas thing or not. I wonder if anybody else has ever. Carol Stockman says she's getting a Booger Bear t-shirt. Maybe I should make that one, put it on my, I could say, what could I say? FNL Booger Bears. Maybe I'll make that t-shirt. FNL Booger Bears. That'd be kind of fun. I need to make notes. Robert, please make a note, because I can't. I don't have anything to write with, and if I go off camera, it messes everything up, the focus and everything. FNL Booger Bear t-shirt. See, I already forgot what was the other one. And then I want to do one that says, yes, I have a YouTube channel, because every time I'm with any of my friends that have 100,000 plus um, subscribers, people will look at me and they're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? I'm like, yes, I have a YouTube channel. I started it before any of them. But anyway, that would be funny. There was another T-shirt mentioned tonight. Does anybody remember what it was? Um, let's see. I don't know. Oh, I can't scroll back that far. But that would have been. I remember it was a good T-shirt, idea. So, oh, the other shirt was "Where's Robert?" Of course. Thank you, Lori. She's always on the ball. Thank you so much. So, yes. So 2 T-shirts, and Steve Meek says, "I've heard Booger Bear all my Texan life." Yeah, that's and y'all are all reminding me. Where's Robert? Where's Robert? So that's a good one. We'll do that, and then the other one that I'm going to do, third one is yes, I have a YouTube channel. Because I think I'll wear that. And that will be awesomeness. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour, and I'm getting silly giddy. I haven't even had dinner yet because I've been with the mechanic and working all day, and I need to go eat. And I really don't. I always hate hanging up because I enjoy being with you guys so much. Oh, yes, and Raised by Wolves is on here, and they even remembered that it was Where's Robert? And Michael says, putting the front of your RV back together looked like it would be a Booger Bear. I can't believe he did all that. And he just kept, I don't think he hurried and did it badly. I don't mean that, but he was determined to be done and have me back so that I could be on the Friday Night Live chat. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, everybody. Thank you again to my wonderful mods, Noreen and Gina and Lori and Robert, for being here tonight and keeping me straight. And y'all are coming up with some great ideas. And thank you. And bless you. And continue sending love, great vibes, and prayers and hugs to everybody that's being affected by all that's going on. And keep on keeping on, everybody. We'll see you down the road. I sure hope I get to go down the road. Y'all stay tuned because I don't even know at this point. Okay, bye.